Hey guys, I'm Nidoking, we're playing Warrior Within, and we are so close to being able to activate the mechanical tower. Just one little thing standing in our way, or rather a rather big thing, over on the other side of that chasm, and he throws exploding porcupine dog grenades. We're gonna have to do something about that. So I pull a lever that makes a ledge move down a few feet. That's exactly what I expected to do to take care of a big golem. But it does let us proceed. Those are the stones that we saw sitting on the floor in the present. And you still can. Yeah, looks like that guy actually can throw the dogs this far. But I don't think he's going to while his allies are fighting me over here. Because of course he'd probably blow them up long before he finished with me. Now he'll start throwing them again. Which is good, because I see a cracked door over there. Let's see if I can attract his attention and get him to blow it up for me. That was a wussy throw. You're a terrible golem. Let's try that again. Alright, better. We get a chest. And the actual way to progress, fortunately, is as easy as climbing a ladder. Now from here... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I hope that was the right thing to do. I mean, he kind of destroyed half of this counterweight. But it's moved up enough that I can get onto this ledge. And this is a very familiar room. Now we get to climb up before it got destroyed. And instead of rubble and enemies, we just find a lever. One that we gotta turn all the way around, which I hate. They get so finicky with the directions. But that's what I needed to do before. Get the gear out of the way, and now I can wall run along the wall. It even gives me a helpful camera angle to help me figure out when to go. Doesn't look like there's anything over there, but there's nothing on the ledge I'm on. It just leads up to that gear. So I guess I gotta run across and hope there's something to grab. Alright, what do you know? Let's see. Not a lot of room to advance over there. Guess I gotta go down and grab onto those gears below me. Alright, and then... Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to ride it over, drop down, then ride it back and drop down. But this works. Once again, I'm going to be cavalier with my health. Not too cavalier. I'm definitely going to swing from the right grapple point. And here's the other counterweight, which I presume I've got to get blown up in the same fashion as the last one. You know, it would be really ironic if I used Ravages of Time right after that line. But I don't need it. See? Plenty easy enough. And there's the ladder. One of the nice things about clockwork, it's usually pretty symmetric. Where are you aiming? I'm over here. There we go. Yep, this is what the game has come to, trying to lure golems into throwing exploding dogs at giant stones. But hopefully we're done with that. Just climb up this ladder over to the lever that's symmetrical to the one on the other side. And hope that this one leads to somewhere a bit more interesting, because I don't want to go right back to where I started. There we go, we got the gears on both sides. Guessing we just need one in the middle to connect them. And now we get to fight. Well, it looked nice. Oh, no. Get away from me, explodey dogs. This is why I'm a cat person. Alright, just gotta run across and... Oh, another trophy. I think this one is for killing a lot of enemies by throwing weapons at them. Which I'm really only doing because it's an LP. And indeed, that activates the connecting gear, so all I should need to do is get to the center and turn the thing on. And I don't think I want to go back to the far side there, because I've already been there. I want to go through this window. Hey, chest! But this is actually not a secret. That one's just sitting right there in the open, and now I gotta go kill this guy. Bet he didn't see that one coming. Alright, I tried. Time to go with the tried and true.
You aren't worth my time.
And a convenient ladder to climb down. Yet another trophy. Guessing that one is for killing enemies by stealing their weapons. I gotta look these up. Whoa, not a safe place to be hanging. Especially since it's in the path of the explodey dogs. I think I can get down from over here. Oh, you can keep throwing those dogs. Your time is coming, Golem. Now, I've raised the bridge, so I can go fight him. Never hurts to take precautions. Except at certain points in the game, but we'll get to those when we get to them. Oh, that's not good. Now he's weighing down the bridge, so now I gotta kill him in order to get up on the far side. Well, fortunately I've dealt with them before, but this one's got a couple new tricks. Good news is, I can tank those. And let's see if I can kill this one without getting thrown off. Just gotta play a bit conservatively and only swing when I know he's not gonna be grabbing at me. And done. And it's not worth a trophy after all. Oh well. Now the path is pretty obvious. I just gotta climb up the clockwork here and get to the tower. For some reason it always looks wrong when I've got a platform that's that much higher than the swing point. I mean, look at that. The prince's vertical clearance always astounds me. I always look at those jumps and think, there's no way I can make that, but yeah, I can make it. And here we are. See a closed door, and the lever. All I gotta do is figure out how to get all the way over there. Ah, there we go. I have no depth perception. Okay, just gotta go over there, turn the lever around, kill some dogs. Don't care. I'm almost done. You get to die too. From a distance. Let's get this tower started.
I fear my time runs short. While I rush about activating towers, no doubt the Empress is busy creating the sands.
Yeah, I know he's talking about delays, but we did what we had to do. And the map will certainly tell me that I need to go back to the throne room. I know that. The good news is we don't have to climb all the way back down. There's a handy shortcut. Just a couple more dogs in the way. They can't take the power of my killer backflip. See, that worked. And here's my convenient shortcut. You can almost never trust the floors when they slope down like that, because you can't see where you're going. Did I mention this was a really convenient shortcut? Kind of gives you a sense of just how high we had to climb. But you may recognize this room, and if you don't, you should recognize that tower in the center. Yeah, this is that first room we went into, where we had to raise the tower 2 stories in order to get up to the top of that gear. Now we need to get back across the bottom. And I know some people have said they've managed to make this jump without slowing it down, but look at that. I'm taking the easy way. And from here, the route is familiar, just backwards. Doesn't mean I'm still not going to be cautious when I'm making drops that I can't see. Oh, the golem's back. I've gotten better at fighting you. Check it out. Time for a repeat performance. Oop, he almost had me that time, but fortunately, it was the last swing. And as we like to say, saved by the cutscene. Well, I think I did that pretty well. And now this nice, long, completely non-threatening climb up the wall could be masking yet another load time. Well, these guys haven't responded. It's one small favor. Don't think I really need to save at this fountain, do I? Whatever. Habit. Hard to pass a save fountain without using it. And then we have the completely ineffectual blade trap below. On the way up, I guess it could be tricky. No problem on the way down. There's that tapestry I pointed out way back when I first got into the tower. And of course, the lever that confused me so. Using it for its intended purpose for once. Yeah, I can't even dodge those things when they're slowed down. I know, I'm terrible. And this time I actually do have to climb back down the bridge. Can never remember quite where I'm supposed to drop. That should be safe enough.
Dahaka. It has learned to find me in the past. I don't have time for this.
Well, I guess it's the last we'll be seeing of him. Kind of weird, though. I thought the Dahaka was after the prince, and then it eats the sand wraith and disappears again. But good for us. Now, one thing that I do want to point out here, way back when I first went to the Garden Tower, I said make sure you do that one first. And this is the point where it will come back to bite you if you didn't. Because as you leave that Great Hall, the bridge to the mechanical tower must be up. If it's not, you will not be completing the game on this playthrough. I'll go over why that is a bit later, but if you've come back from the mechanical tower, the bridge is in the right position, you don't need to do a thing. If you've just come back from the Garden Tower, you've got to turn that lever around before you go down this hallway. Take my word for it. Although, as I said before, I was fortunate my first time through the game. I didn't run into that problem. The last door I've still got to open. And I suppose it's about time for a cutscene.
Time is running low. You ready? I've been thinking, Kailina. There is little for you on this island, and there will be less still once I've stood before your mistress. Come with me to Babylon. You'll have a chance to begin a new life, free from the evils of this place.
I'm sorry, Prince, but I cannot take you up on your offer.
Well, that happened. And look, there's 2 save fountains up here, plus the one down at the entrance. I guess they really want me to save before I take on the final boss. Okay.